It's going to be posed by Richard Coombe of Evington. Could Richard identify himself?
Yes, please.
Yes. And could you just wait, if you're going to ask a question, could you just wait for the microphone? Because this is important for the webcast. It's just coming down.
Oh, can you hear me? My name's Richard Coombs, actually with an S, from Evington there. I'm asking the panel, what sort of relationship would you like to have with central government and why?
Thank you very much. Can we start with David Bogan, please?
I want to have a relationship with central government very akin to what Boris Johnson and Ken Livingstone did in London. When I lived in London for 23 years, the fair's fair policy was really good, but of course Ken Livingstone came from the Labour Party, but of course Frank Dobson was put in place as a stooge. I want to be able to barricade Leicester almost and fire arrows at central government. We cut at the top, not at the bottom. You take the roots away, it dies. You cut at the top and it grows. Thank you.
Yeah, I will have relations with the central government. I will be telling the government that I will not accept any lies from them, which they have told from Tony Blair onward up to now David Cameron, that they haven't got the funds, they haven't got the money. They're telling lies to the people of this country, and the Leicester people will not accept. I will tell the Leicester people, if they can afford to bomb Libya, spend £1 million a day, why can't they spend that money here for the services of the people? How the Leicester City Council decided to cut 1,000 jobs from the frontline workers, those who are providing good service to the old people, to the disabled people. And they will be spending £15 million here to give them redundancy payment. I will save that money, save the job, invest that money for the benefit of the people. And my relation with the central government will be, I will run the city, not the central government.
Next answer from Jeff.
It depends on what the policies of a particular sector of the government is. If the government is keen on doing something that is my policy and is a requirement of the people, I will work with them. But if they start enforcing their laws and their rules on us and against the wishes of myself, and more importantly, against the wishes of the people, I will challenge that. And if necessary, I will go through things like referendum. Now, an example of that is on the buses. At the moment, it's deregulated, one of the worst decisions by the Tories back in Thatcher's era. I'm not certain how much we can do about the buses while they are deregulated. If we can't do anything, when at the same time we hold a referendum on the actual mayoral, I would hold a referendum on whether the people want the buses re-regulated, and by doing that, I will send a clear message of challenge to the government.
Thank you. Ross.
Well, I think we need to work across all of the policies that the government puts forward individually, and some of them I'm sure that will work well for the city, like the Green Deal, where we might be able to get thousands and thousands of houses in the city invested in and brought up to the best standards and environmental friendly. But in other places we need to put forward rational arguments as to why the government should be doing more for Leicester or should be doing different things for Leicester. But one thing that will not work is just to play to an audience where you go out as if you're going head to head with the government and fighting it all the time. It may look good in terms of headlines, but it's not going to achieve the things that are needed for the city. And a return to 1980s politics is not going to do any of us any good.
Thank you. Gary.
You have to have a good relationship with government because it provides 86% of your council budget. That's currently how much government adds to the rates that we collect in this city. You have a working relationship with government that doesn't give away your power, but makes sure you maximise the amount that government will give to you, either in direct schemes or in indirect projects. If we're ever going to get education and employment cured in this city, we're going to want every pound out of the government that they're capable of giving us. We have to have a very efficient lobbying organisation, a very efficient bidding organisation, neither of which we've had under Labour, and we have to achieve that now and forever. With a coalition government in place, now is the time to get me in charge of Leicester, because we can get real money out of this government with me in charge of the city.